Mrs. Ryan.
Okay.
From Waddle over there, you got it fresh for me. Thank you so much.
Oh my.
I know, right? Full house,
What a
big
day.
show, big show. Hello, everybody. Hello, Mrs. Ryan. Hello, everybody out there. Welcome back. Thank you very much for clicking on the LUFTGEKUHLT 6 special part 1 video. We've never done one of these little promo type things, and we've never done a cut down, so this is new for both Mrs. Ryan and myself, but
Here we
bear
go.
with us. Yeah. Tonight on this part 1 of the LUFTGEKUHLT 6 special, our guest is TORY ALONZO, and we talk about all sorts of things because he's a great friend. He's a producer on this show. We talk about some up-and-coming things for this project.
Yep.
We talk about pirating artwork and why you probably shouldn't do it. And also we talk about his 356 engine build that he's going through. Lots of stuff, and he's just the most amazing guy. Mrs. Ryan and I love him. We hope that you enjoy. Watch. Do this first. Put this right here so you can say...
And we're back!
Yeah! And we are back. Sitting here with good old buddy Tory Alonzo.
So good
Our
to be
first
back.
guest ever on this program, even when it was the old Life with the Ryans.
That's a fact.
How are you, buddy?
I'm
Welcome back.
great. It's hard to be bad when you're in LA.
Hard to be bad.
Yeah, I could do with a little more sunshine.
Man, you guys brought the weather. Everybody.
I didn't bring the weather. It was beautiful in Pittsburgh. I should have brought the weather.
Really?
I didn't. Yeah, it was like, it's been in like the mid 70s, sunny. It's been beautiful there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then I come here and it looks like I land in Seattle. But
Yeah, it's fully Seattle.
Whatever.
You
It's all
heard us
good.
before talking about the weather on the way to Breakfast
Right,
Club.
right.
So you came to your first Breakfast Club
I
today.
did. It's not my first time to Newcomb's Ranch, but it's my first time to do the Breakfast Club with the Porsches, and it did not disappoint. Had a great time. It was
Even
awesome.
with the weather, there was quite a turnout.
Even with the weather.
Somebody said there were 40 cars, which is
40?
decent. Yeah, that's decent. I
Whoa.
mean, we've had more than that before.
Yeah,
believe
but
it.
that's a good
But
turnout.
even with I mean, so many groups of people that
Right.
RSVP'd or whatever didn't make it.
Right.
So I can't even imagine. I feel like it actually was like it all worked out.
It's neat because it's hard to gauge how it is as an outsider looking in unless you're there. But when you see everyone just kind of comes and goes as they please,
Yes.
it's really neat. Like
not organized.
it's like a revolving door of
Yeah.
different cars, and people come in, stop, say hi. They may get caught up in conversation. They may not. They may just come for a quick drink and then down the hill they go. It's neat. I loved it.
Isn't
I'd be
that-
up there every Friday if I lived here. I
So
really
glad
would.
you liked it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really neat.
I'm so glad that you're receiving exactly what we intend, which
Yeah.
is easy.
It's good vibes.
It's
That's
just
all
easy,
it was.
good
You
vibes.
walk in, it's like positive energy. It's
like
just like a
family.
breath of fresh air. It was so nice.
And some pretty cool cars, even in the weather.
Absolutely, yeah. Everybody that came
There's
out.
some rare stuff. There was an Emery Outlaw.
Emery Outlaw. There's a Gunther Works car.
Yep,
the carbon
Gunther Works
fiber
came.
Gunther Works car, the 356 that
girl-
Pamela Brundage drove
Pamela
from
Brundage.
Illinois. Like, I mean,
But she's the one that was in the Forbes article, right?
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Yep, that's her. And
Yes.
she's also a flight attendant for American Airlines. So we were talking about
And
airline
you work
stuff,
for-
and I work for Southwest.
Right.
So.
And
Pretty cool.
apparently you guys had that in common in that we just do trips so that we can pay for our hobbies and,
Basically,
and
like,
our motor rebuilds.
support our car hobby. Yeah, exactly. So that was cool.
But yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, it was great. Had a blast. And I rode up with PCH driver Sean and his Cayman.
Sean from the producer from Wheeler Dealers that was on the show a
Absolutely.
couple weeks ago.
Yes. And then rode down with Nicholas in his GT3. So I kind of got
You got a little of
did we
everything.
hold you up too much?
no.
Oh, okay.
Driving pace was perfect.
Because
It was
his,
nice.
I mean, he not only his aptitude for driving and experience, but also, I mean, his car too. I mean, everything about it, he could go around us at any point.
It's amazing how well set up your car is for the Crest, though.
For the Crest, yeah.
Because that car, it never looked unsettled, because it was neat to see from behind you. I could
Oh, the
watch your
physics.
line, and the
Yeah.
physics, and the car was
Oh.
never unsettled, never looked squirrely. The car was just planted and doing its thing, and we had a blast. And I mean, I would say we were not
Five
going-
over.
Yeah,
5 over.
of course, allegedly.
I mean, there was a couple straights where we might have pushed it. But,
Yeah,
you know,
but
is
it was.
what it is.
It's a blast. It's so much fun.
I'm so glad to hear you say that. And
Yeah.
it's really neat to hear what the car looks like. Because
Yeah.
we don't, you know
That
what
was
I mean?
cool,
Like,
too. I
there's
didn't
a
even-
million pictures of it out there, but
Right.
we're all static.
And I was trying to get some pictures and some video on the way down, but on the way up, it was so foggy that nothing would focus, and then on the way down, you're so quick that it was hard to do. But
photos.
yeah,
We needed
blur.
Magold. We needed Totes Magold
Yeah,
to come
yeah.
and shoot with his lenses and everything.
My little iPhone 6 Plus wasn't cutting the mustard today on the crest.
Are you still on a 6 Plus?
Still on a 6 Plus.
Are you thinking about upgrading?
Maybe.
I'm not trying to but if you do, can I buy your 6 Plus? Because
You can just
it's
have it. You just take it.
even better. These the cameras that we use in here are the old iPhones, and it's like if you put a new one, they don't match. And we need to
that
get
makes
all new
sense.
ones, and I'm not going to go
Yeah.
spend $6,000 on
Right.
iPhones that are cameras.
We're going for 2013 technology here.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, if it works,
I mean,
why not?
We're doing 60s technology over
Exactly.
here,
Hey,
so.
it's all good. We got the whole gamut
It
of
all works.
generations. Yeah, it's awesome.
Can we talk about your shirt there, buddy?
We can, yeah. So that's
Many people may recognize that shirt from the credits of this show.
that's my old 356. That's
Well, your current 356
yes.
happens to be an old car.
Happens to be an old car.
But that's the 211 that is in the drive-in tag at the end of this show.
It is.
And how did that shirt come about?
So, a friend of mine on Instagram just happens to post one day, "Hey, I've got the classic Porsche 356 racer tee available now." I was like, "That's awesome," but I didn't know anything about this.
It was your car in the picture.
It was my car.
Yeah.
It was my picture, essentially.
Yeah, you took the picture,
I
and-
took the picture. This
That
is the
turned
same
into
picture that's in the
shirts.
credits.
and I think he just ran it through like a cartoon, filter
some
or
app
something.
thing, yeah.
Threw it on a t-shirt and
But
was
here's
Selling them, and
The thing is, here's the problem with it. I effing love it.
I do too, and that's why I bought one.
So that's the answer.
Yeah,
you bought your own.
I
you
bought-
took the photo. You bought the car. Took the photo. Some guy stole both.
What are you gonna do, man?
Oh gosh,
all
I think
good.
it's great.
Well, the reason I wanted to wear it is because I knew I'd be up at Breakfast Club today, and I'd be around all of these people that I knew from Instagram, but they
Yes.
didn't necessarily know me. So I figured,
Right.
if I plaster my own car on my shirt, then people will know who I am.
Right.
And I sure as hell, I got like 5 or 6 people that were like, "Oh, I follow you on Instagram. I know
Awesome.
you're." So that mission accomplished. Whatever. Just
Well, that's-
cost me $26.
I was gonna say a lot of people know you once they meet you, but they don't know you just standing over there. You know what I mean? Your name is
Right.
getting out there from between VW for Life and actually TORY ALONZO from the work you're doing with us and Husband and stuff.
Right.
So it's a whole weird conundrum.
It is.
But I feel like you should get the artwork and then do like magnets and stickers
I'd love
and
to.
whatever the heck else.
That would be cool because that's like the thing now is like everyone's giving out their little decals and like P-Car
Well,
Talk
we-
guys were
even we
there.
do it
Like
with
you've
the
got your
111s.
111s, so I need to do some. So maybe I'll get the artwork from this.
What's the name of the guy?
Rana Chalinga is it's Renee. He
Renee Chalinga. If there's any way that we can possibly get that image from you, I am begging because we love it for one. And he did take the picture into his car, and I feel like it's probably the right thing to do. But anyway, it would be really great if we could get that because I feel like there's a lot of things that people don't know going on behind the scenes.
Mhm.
It would be nice to have.
I agree. I'll talk to John Benton tonight because he actually films all the stuff that John Benton does at
Renee
the
does.
Carrera Panamericana in Mexico. So they're all juiced in. So that's why I didn't really cause a big stink
Oh,
about
you're
it.
not the kind of guy who would
because
sue over it or anything,
Oh,
or say,
God,
"Hey,
no.
stop
Yeah,
that."
stop
It's still
that.
promotion
Yeah,
for you.
Exactly. It is. So
Plus, your car looks so good.
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't you think?
I do, yeah. It's
Everything
neat.
about it, the stand.
I don't know if Shell signed off on that, but that's okay. That's all right. Whatever. I don't think they care about that stuff in Mexico. They got bigger fish to fry. So.
Well, it's a nice segue though to that car and what's going on with it. Can we talk about that? What's going on? Yeah. What's going on with that car?
What's going on is my engine lasted a whopping 100 miles.
So for those who may remember, there was a big, massive engine rebuild going on.
Mm-hmm.
Finally got it together and the whole bit, and it was a lot of hoopla, and everyone was very excited about it. No one more than you.
No one more than me. Yeah. And my pocketbook for getting a break finally. Yeah, it lasted 100 miles. Basically what happened was...
Let me do the slow push here.
Basically what happened is,
Start the
so
violin music.
it was actually the day that I took this picture of all things. The day that
That's right, that's
that was going to be my break-in drive or whatever, and I got back
You
home.
hear that,
It
Renee?
was super, yeah. It was super noisy. I was like, that doesn't sound right. I drained the oil. got the dreaded flakes in the oil, copper flakes, which is bearings. So I was like, great. So
Yeah, you can tell from the material what
absolutely
it is, right?
you can. So I was like, great. So I pulled it back in the garage, and that night I had the entire engine stripped down because I can't.
Oh, that's right. You called me after a little bit of
Oh my
your own
gosh.
time. You're like, sorry, I haven't gotten back to you. It's not been a good day, but here's what's
Yes,
going on.
yes.
And you're like, tomorrow I'll probably. You went right back. You hung up the
I
phone. Went right
hung
back
up the
out
phone
to
with
the
you,
garage.
went back out there and pulled the thing
Got
out.
your wrenches and tore it apart.
Tore it apart. So long story
Good move, by the
short,
way. I support that move.
I wanted to
You
sleep
wouldn't have been
that
able to
night.
sleep. Yep.
Thank you.
100%.
Sure. So
Well, we're
it's
all
all
the
the same.
same.
it's all the same. So long story short, of course now I'm second guessing everything I did, and I'm a pretty capable engine
At that
builder.
point.
At that point, I
Right,
was
right.
yes. And when I stripped everything down, I figured out that the crankshaft, which was brand new, which was bought by a
Brand new part, like
brand
literally
new,
brand new part.
brand new in the box from AA Performance or Pistons or whatever, it's AA.
Mm-hmm.
They have about a 50-50 shot of being good parts or bad parts. Like I've talked to different engine builders and they're like, yeah, we've had
this
good luck with
50-50
them.
your opinion now or when
God,
you
no.
purchased it?
No, not now because I've talked to people since then.
No, my point is, did you buy a part knowing it was 50-50 and put it in the heart
No,
of your
not
engine?
then.
I wouldn't think so.
No,
That's
not
not your
then.
style
It wasn't
even a little bit.
No.
You wouldn't
The
pinch pennies in
track
that
record
way.
was much better as described to me when I was building the engine.
Wanted to make sure that was
After the
established.
fact, now come to find out, there's more people than I had originally been told that have had issues with these parts.
So now your opinion is 50-50.
My opinion now is just cry one and write the check and buy the best thing you can, which I have since done. So now I have a scat crankshaft on order.
the
So,
Porsche rule
so
anyway,
basically
right?
what happened, so the smoking gun we found out was that this crankshaft was not properly heat treated. And so it's not hardened, and when it's
Wow.
not hardened, it's
How do you
not
tell
going to
that?
last.
Can you tell that? Just
So
by-
all we did was take a punch to it and then just
you tapped it?
tink, and it put a huge divot in it. Well,
Right,
it's
and it
not
shouldn't
supposed to.
have if it were tempered, right?
Absolutely not.
Right.
No. So it was not heat treated properly. And I've since
That's not
spoken
something
to
you wanna
other
put in-
people that have had similar issues. So it's a known problem apparently. So
All right, so that
So-
was the culprit.
that was the culprit. So now I'm basically in the process.
But how much damage did that do to other things?
Oh,
Obviously, that
it
piece
took a lot out with
disintegrates.
it. The rods are salvageable. I have to get obviously all new bearings. So main bearings, rod bearings for it.
Everything you'd just done.
Everything I just done. So it's basically like aside from the heads
do-over
out,
plus.
yeah, pretty much a bottom end rebuild now again. Whatever. So now I'm overbuilding it. So I'm going.
Good.
I had AA pistons, and I don't even want to
Why
take a
would you
chance.
chance it,
Yeah.
right?
So big shout out to Walt Watson at Competition Engineering in Lake Isabella because he's really helped me out.
That's the
and
machinist who's helping you?
He's one of them. Yeah, he's basically told me like, look, just go with the scat crank. We've never had problems with those. Those are great crankshafts. And in the
Little more
VW
money,
world,
right?
they're very they're
A lot
it's
more money.
it's
But you
almost
get what you pay for, hopefully?
$2,000 crankshaft. Yeah. Yep.
That's
But
what it is.
hey, I mean, you just have to pay to play.
Yep.
And I want the car back on the road, so that's why I've been working a lot.
Part of the
lately.
story, brother.
It
This
is,
part
it
of the
is.
story that makes that 211 so special.
It'll make me, have more fun with the car once it's back on the road, and I can appreciate it more. So
Well, but you genuinely will too, because
Yeah.
you're building the
I
hell. of this.
will.
It's going to be free flow now too, right?
yes, yeah.
That's
I'm
huge.
gonna full flow the entire oil
full flow,
system. Forged pistons now, lightening the flywheel. So I mean, I'm doing
You're
all the
doing
stuff
everything
that I
you
wanted.
you thought about before, but
Yeah, and now it's like, well, it's out again. Might as well. Now's the time. So, and John Benton's been great about offering advice with stuff. So, yeah, and
love
I'll
John
see him
Benton.
tonight because we're going to his open house. So,
oh, good. The
so I can thank him in
Nachtgekühlt
person.
or whatever?
Nachtgekühlt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. Yeah.
What
So-
time is that?
I don't know actually. I think it's pretty much all night. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
kind of come and go. He's gonna have a taco truck. So that's.
Love
I
that.
mean, he had me at tacos. So it's all good. So.
You had the whole breakfast club up there, and you're not a breakfast guy, so you didn't even eat.
No, I'm not. I had coffee at Hunziker's place before we left this morning, but yeah, I'm not a big breakfast person.
That's
It's
okay.
weird. It's all good.
You got
Yep.
plenty of conversation in.
I did. Yeah. Yeah, I had a blast. It was a really good
So
time.
glad.
So what's going on with you other than that stuff? You flying a lot?
I have been flying a lot. Someone's got to pay for that crankshaft.
Right. Right. Good
Crankshafts
point.
aren't cheap, but yeah. Aside
you're
from
picking
that,
up
I mean, it's
trips.
kind of our busy season now. Like things are picking up
so
with the airlines, and we've got the whole Max 8 drama going on. So we're Southwest
are you
is
affected
down.
by that?
We are. Yeah, we're the biggest operator of Max 8 aircraft in the world. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So right now in our
So does that mean
busiest
your fleet
season,
a lot of your fleet is down?
we're down 34 airplanes right now at Southwest Airlines. Yeah. So I mean, they've
See, I don't know what that
canceled a
means
lot.
out of like 39 or out of 4,000. You know what I mean?
It, I think we have like around 700, 750 airplanes.
But they're
in
big-
general.
Still-
So it's a
that's
pretty
still a dent.
sizable
That's a dent.
impact. Yeah. So it's, you know, I had a Burbank overnight at one point, and I didn't even bother telling you guys because it got changed. So it's like I hate to get people, you
That
know,
happened the last
excited,
time, too.
and it happened last time too. And that's
it was
why.
like the night before, or even the day of, or something like that. You were going to leave.
Yeah, I
You're
was like,
"Eh, sorry, I'm
not happening
coming."
now. I got to check in, and of course, it's already changed. So you kind of have to go with the flow when stuff like this happens. But it's for safety, so what are you going to do?
How does
You
that
know?
work for you though? Because you have to commute for one, and it's not like commuting like you or I would do. Like you get on a plane and fly to a different city
I
so that
do.
you can go to work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that work for you? Like, do you ever fly to another city and then they change it and you just gotta fucking like, oh, thanks a lot, and you fly back?
All the time. Well, sometimes they'll cancel an entire trip, and I get paid for the whole trip, and then I don't work.
Oh, is
a
that how it works?
flight.
If it's past a
Sometimes,
certain time?
yeah, or if it's not feasible for me to get to a different city where that trip would start or whatever else.
So they've monopolized your time at that point, so they
Yeah.
have to pay. Well, that's more fair then.
It is.
I mean, I don't
it's
have a
not a
problem with
bad
that.
gig. I mean, I still enjoy it. It's just, you know, you just have to roll with the
There's a
punches.
lot of pieces to it that I didn't understand.
There's
You
pieces to it that
you
I don't
educate me all the
understand.
time.
I'm sure I could probably go to our crew scheduling department in Dallas and just be blown away at what they have to do. Just everything that they go through when there's, you know, one delay that turns into this delay, and that just is a snowball effect. And think of all the flight
Vandalay,
crews
say
that get
Vandalay.
affected. Oh, it's crazy. I couldn't even imagine. So, you know,
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces I didn't think about.
lots. And then when you're, you know, take 34 airplanes out of the equation when, you know, spring and summer travel start, it gets rough. But we're dealing with it. Yeah, we're doing what we can.
All right, so you're in town for LUFTGEKUHLT.
I am.
Like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
How many? Have you been to all of them?
No, I've only,
No.
the last year was actually my first one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, so
Did I know
I've
that
been
then and
to
I just
5
forgot?
and then 6. I don't know. I would have
I'm
liked
not
to have
aware.
been. I would have liked to have gone the one at the port. That one looked really cool. I didn't go to that one. I think that was the one
That's the only
before.
one I've ever worked. I worked that one. and
Oh,
it
did
was-
you really?
It was.
I didn't know that.
It was big, and it was rainy. It was horribly rainy. I mean, we got there at 5 in the morning.
Made
or
for some
whatever,
great
and it
pictures though,
was-
because there's all those great pictures of cars with like reflections and
the 356 rainbows.
amazing.
And all that.
That was really
That was
cool.
the nice thing about working it because you're there before all the people are, so you can take a picture of anything from anywhere and get a good shot.
And Ray helped us get in early last year, and that's the only reason I was able to get decent pictures at Ganal Lumber, because trying to get a picture at 11 o'clock in the morning, forget about it. Because
Between the
there's
sun and the people.
so many people there. It was
Yeah.
crazy. So I am actually excited. I did hear that they've kind of scaled back the production this year.
Is that true?
It is, yeah, I think they're going to have about half of the cars that they had last year.
Honestly, that
Yeah.
makes it more.
Oh, I'm so excited
Yeah.
because I felt like there was a lot of stuff I didn't even get to see last year just because it was so big. And by the time I'd seen probably 3/4 of it, I was so wiped out that I
Exhausted.
was just like, I can't.
We did the whole LUFTGEKUHLT hangover show last year. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's going to happen again.
It will.
Do it again.
It will. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It is funny that's like a stone's throw from your place, though. That's cool. I mean, you can literally
So lucky
see it
this
from.
year.
Yeah,
You
it's
go out
kinda
to the
cool.
pool. Past the beautiful downtown Burbank. When you go out to the pool, you look up at Hogwarts.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's cool.
I love
So that'll be fun.
So what are you looking forward to this year from LUFTGEKUHLT?
Honestly,
What have you heard? I mean,
I-
it's all speculation because none of us have been over there yet.
Right. Car-wise, I'm not expecting anything. Really, the reason I come out is to hang out with you guys and catch up with friends, and you know, it's kind of like my family away from Pittsburgh. It's nice. So, just hanging out with you guys this morning,
my
and you know,
favorite.
I'm staying with Nicholas Hunziker and palling around with him and seeing his studio. That's been great. So more than any car, I was looking forward to this.
I wanted to
honestly.
ask you about that, but I figure we'll do that when he comes in.
Sure.
'Cause-
Yeah, that works.
Yeah. The creative bunch here.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Like you always say, it takes a village, and I feel like
We're the village.
People, well, yeah, but I feel like people are moving to our town all of a sudden.
They are.
You know
They
what I mean?
are.
Which is kind of nice.
It is nice. It's cool. So.
Did you, when you were at Breakfast Club today,
Mm-hmm.
was your expectation or the actual event? I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I was a little bit overwhelmed by how many. Fan is not the right word, but how many people were aware of us and how many people do watch the show and stuff like that. I
Absolutely.
was blown away.
Yeah.
Because you watch this is why I don't know the numbers and I don't understand it.
I don't
and it
really
drives
keep
me
track
nuts.
of the views. I go off of what people tell me.
Right.
I like real time feedback. I'm not a numbers guy.
So did you experience the same thing I did today? Because I think what it was a lot of
did.
out-of-towners.
I did.
So I think a lot of people came, you know what I mean? It wasn't just the usual crew, although a lot of them were
Right.
there as well.
Right.
I don't know. It was just, it surprised me, and I didn't anticipate it.
I was the same way. And a lot of people, it's so funny because now that people kind of equate me to the booking guy for the car shows and stuff, you know, on this specific show, now my inbox now is starting to fill up with cold calls, and hey, it's neat. It's neat that we're
cool,
in this
because ours
place
is
now.
slowing down. Now they're going to you.
Yeah, I'm stealing all your DMs, I guess.
Great.
But it's pretty fantastic. I like it. It's nice knowing that people are recognizing the work that you guys are putting into this and wanting to be a part of it now. And I think that's really cool.
Well,
and
again, the village.
it is the village, and also, you know, like the P-Car Talk guys were there today from Florida. Great guys.
Delightful.
Unbelievable guys.
So great to meet them.
It wasn't that I didn't expect that, but I really was overwhelmed by how warm and ingratiating they both were.
And let me tell you, like, the thing that really stands out in my mind after talking to them today is, like,
I even put their sticker in this. Look at that. I already put it in this.
That's
in the
awesome.
studio.
That's really cool.
Sorry, go ahead.
And what's cool about that is, you know, same with Drew and 911 Cooled. Like, we're all kind of in this same sandbox playing, but instead of wanting to differentiate ourselves from everyone else just wants to build all of us up. It's so great. It's like
We're in the perpetual motion machine.
We are, and there's so much need and drive for the things that we do and the circle that we run in, that everybody is just wanting to play together. And that's so nice because it's not this tribalist sort of school of thought that's like, oh, well, if I do your show, then that might turn people off of mine, or vice versa. And no, it's everyone just wants to promote everyone else, and it's so great to see.
Versus the old school talk show booking wars.
Exactly.
Like, if you're going to go on Carson, then you can't do Arsenio.
Oh,
or
it's
vice versa,
not that
whatever
at
it was.
all. It's, you know, hey, you guys, you know, you should come do P-Car Talk, and I would love to come on your show because it's such a this is such a different thing that nobody else is doing, and
That's
I
what we
think
said
people are seeing that now.
Oh, that's
And it's
if
really
people
neat.
like it, then that's great.
I know they like it because I hear about it all the time, and it's neat to be a part of that because people are finally recognizing that what you have built up here is really special. And it's neat coming back here a year after the fact, you know, when we did our last LUFTGEKUHLT open house, and just seeing how far the show has come, how much tighter it is and streamlined, and it's just it's just a really cool thing to be a part of.
I don't know what to say, but
Thank
thank you.
you.
That's very kind.
Yeah.
Very kind. And I hope so. I hope we are making traction because we both want to do this for a long time. And this is not, I mean, we both have such grand ideas for where this can go, you know?
Absolutely.
Like you do know.
I do know. I do. We talk about it every day. So it's great.
It's neat to start seeing, I don't know, things happen or things fall into place. Because, you know, I'm not a planner so much. My life has never been that way. It doesn't work that way.
See, and I always was.
Work out
You've kind of taught me to not be and to just let the universe kind of, you know, there's been a lot of instances where maybe something hasn't worked out the way that we originally planned, but for whatever reason, it ends up working out better by just letting the universe figure it out, you know?
You mean like with guests sometimes and
absolutely,
bookings
yeah,
and even your trips sometimes?
Yeah, it's just weird. So I just feel like everything's moving in the direction it's supposed to be, and for whatever reason, these people are gravitating towards us that are like-minded, and, you know, it's a really cool time to be involved with this.
Also,
Yeah,
I think agreed. I think the good vibes thing, it's infectious. It's infectious. It's hard to not be around it once you've experienced it. Like people who are real and genuine and want good for other people, and it's not just me. We're not really living in that world right now, so it's kind of rare.
It is.
And I think once people realize that it's not an act and it's not phony and it's not trying to get one over or whatever.
And you can get shit done with that attitude, and I think
You
people are
can.
starting to see that. I mean, just like the stuff that goes on, even it's weird because I felt like the Breakfast Club is kind of like a lot of business deals are closed on a golf course. And I feel like that's kind of
nice
like
analogy.
your golf course is up there because it's creatives and you guys kind of all are like-minded, and you get up there and you're just in this casual setting and you're around these cars, and then, you know, gears start to turn and it's like, hey, you should do this, or, you know, hey, you know,
There's
I'm
a lot
doing
of collaborative conversation.
there is, and it's great.
versus networking.
But it doesn't feel so
feels
forced. It's nice. It's like it just kind of happens naturally up there because everyone's just sort of in their own, you know, space. It's so cool to see that. You know, it's
It's weird. It is a little artist.
Oh,
comedy out
it
there.
is,
And
it
most of the
is.
musicians and all the guys didn't even come today. You know,
No.
Bussy and all those guys and Tommy and everything.
Yeah, it's
Gosh,
cool.
It's so funny.
Yeah, it's neat. So that was really cool to see all that. But I'm just excited to see where all of this is going. So
Where do you think it's going? Let's talk about that.
I don't know.
Really?
I mean, the sky's the limit, really.
Well, what do you think?
Look at
What
the
do you
guests
think we
we've
should
had
do?
in the last 2 months.
It's amazing, right?
Look at the people that are on board and involved now.
And we're
Who
getting
would have
people
thought?
who are actually offering real sponsorships, and we're being like, no, hang on, just wait, because we haven't figured out our structuring
yeah,
yet. We need to get on that.
Yeah, or we're 2 months out on bookings now. Sorry, we can't get you in the week of Luft now.
Right.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah. It's really cool.
It's a neat thing. Just
it
to
feels good,
see,
doesn't it?
It does feel good because
We didn't know we could do this.
It is work, and been putting the work in, and now a year later, we're starting to see these results, and it's pretty great.
That's a good point, too. It's like you put whatever, the well. It's got to fill up.
It's neat. Yeah, it's neat to be a part of it. So
Well, what the heck are we going to talk to Nicholas and Ray about?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure Ray can tell us like what's going on with the Porsche Classic dealings at LUFTGEKUHLT and stuff he's had going on, and
Is there anything specifically you want to know
touch on his
about either Ray
video
or Nicholas Hunziker?
I feel like I know everything about them already because we talk
know,
all
you're so
day,
tight.
every day.
That's all right. That was a freebie. Here, I'd like to ask you about the free Wi-Fi on Delta. What do you think about that from Mrs. Ryan? Did you hear that from the news this morning?
No, I didn't hear it. No.
Mrs. Ryan was doing a news thing with Delta. Go ahead.
Delta's
sorry.
offering free Wi-Fi. They're testing out what people are using,
Oh, really?
and they're trying to make their service better.
That's awesome. We need to make ours better because ours works maybe half the time.
Well, so do your plans.
Ew.
That was, by the way, I do not want to get sued by Southwest. That was a joke based on these the Max 8 things.
Well, that's Boeing's bad. It's not Southwest.
Exactly,
you
but I
know?
don't want it because I just made
we're
that sound
good.
and
We're
it was
good.
not fair. Not fair.
You're so blackballed on Southwest now.
No, I don't want that. I want to
No,
fly
no.
on my buddy's buddy pass someday.
Well, you know, Delta, they supposedly were the ones that had the cameras, I think, in
Yeah.
their seat back pockets, and
Yeah, I
now they're
heard that
taping those over.
Everyone's got their own issue right now, so everyone's figuring it
Yeah,
out.
not that I'm putting the dirty end of the stick or anything.
Yeah, right.
Certainly have
Well,
no
but-
point to do that, but yeah, the airline thing's weird. It's but it's cool, you know.
Is there anything else you want to cover before we bring in? Who are we bringing in next? Is it Nicholas? We're gonna do Nicholas next, right?
Sure, yeah, bring in Nicholas.
Anything you want to cover? Anything I skipped?
No.
This is all just kind
If anyone wants to donate 356 parts, go right for it.
There you
because
go.
I'm dying now.
Contact
I've
me
got
for life.
I've got just about everything I need for it. I'm so paranoid about new parts now because new parts are just not made the same way that I've actually gone on eBay and scoured for NOS German
vintage stuff.
main bearings and stuff. Yeah. So I'm like going that whole way. So
I don't know if anybody's- I'm
it's all
not, there's
good.
a bug in here. You see that
it's
one
all
little
good.
bug flying around?
I did. Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's take a quick little break again, and we'll be very brief about it.
do
And switch some seats. Get somebody
do it.
else in here, Nicholas Hunziker.
Yeah.
That's good.
Cool.
More to come after this. Nicholas Hunziker will be in that chair. Tori will be in that chair. This whole thing is an experiment. I'm enjoying it already.
Here we go.
It's like
Gonna
an
do
old
it.
school, like a panel, like everybody
It
moves
is.
down.
Ed McMahon, get up.
Yeah.
Move down.
All right, more to come right after this. All right, well, that was our good old friend Tori Alonzo. We sure hope you enjoyed it. We did, right, Mrs. Ryan?
Yeah, it was so good to see that.
Ding. Have a great night, and please click on Part 2 with Nicholas Hunziker, and soon to come, Part 3 with Mr. Ray Schaefer from Porsche. Enjoy the LUFTGEKUHLT 6 specials. Thanks for watching.